Grand Rising, Infinite Souls, Genuine Jewels Radiance, Ashanti Radiance here. So, channeled message seems a frequency, at least two beings that I align with have tapped in with this, and they have their own take on it. And of course, I have mine with my 11D conscious thoughts here. So, let's start with the fact that I have issues identifying as I was raised to identify. While my foster family, my foster mom was Milano, this hair and the brown skin and the culture that we so viciously cling to would call me black. Now, this is black. This cord on this speaker is black. And for me, I will never be lack shit. I am an abundant, multifaceted, infinite supreme being, glorious soul having a beautiful human experience. I do not identify with these color codes. They are meant to keep us separated and imprisoned in a mental prison of our own creating, because we do get free will, choice, and discernment whether we understand this or not. And therefore, for 30 seasons, I had no idea who I was. I sang along. I didn't sing along to everything, source says, but these songs, I'll tap in with that. They are mantras. They hold a vibration. Why do you think when Adele's singing, and I set fire to the rain, and the beings who love Adele in that song, it's a frequency, it's a vibration. You're tapping in with that frequency. Duroc the Dragon, I don't think that's his full name, but he's a spiritual being, because we all are. But he talks a lot about mushrooms and psychedelics and things. And he's like, you're choosing to bump with me if you join this frequency. So, like, if you're listening to his music, you are on his frequency. Whether you want to murder, maim, and kill people, if I'm up here singing about drips, fucking bitches on my dicks, all these chickens with no legs, I can some things that I've sang around with, but that's part of Drips by Eminem. You probably gonna have some fucking STDs. You're probably gonna be in that fucking vibration. Like, if you're singing fucking Pills by D12, you're in that vibration. Beings don't realize that we do, but we don't. I knew about spelling all my existence, right? Because we grew up in school doing spelling. Our words are spells. They will turn to matter and put us into a physical trap, just like your ass going to prison or jail. Once I realized this, since I've been spelling all my life, and while the Tower of Babel is not a physical thing, it is an actual thing. There are words created by the malicious frequency that are here in this space with us that want to keep us in trapped loops. And as one of the beings tapped in with, if you are claiming that you are black, 404 on that timer, you're going to align with every bit of the lack mindset, the oppression, period. I'm just going to leave it at that, because I don't identify with any of that shit. Folks get upset at me when I be like, my ancestors were not on a slave ship. Yours may have been, if that's what you want to claim. The same as I do not think anything is inherited in the way that my mom had breast cancer, so I'm going to get breast cancer. If you are choosing to do the exact same things and hold the frequencies that she did, yes. There are many beings out there, they say, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Oh, honey, my apple fell and I kicked that bitch. And I kicked that bitch because I got free will, choice, and discernment. The only time I say bitch unless I'm singing one of these stupid ass songs that I don't truly vibrate with. And I usually remix that song, and because you don't have to call anybody a bitch. I'm not a female dog. While it's cute, the German retriever girlfriend and the black cat girlfriend, all that shit's cute. I'm not a fucking cat. I'm not a fucking dog. I do not have characteristics of these things. I have characteristics of a multifaceted, infinite, supreme being. The lack mindset no longer situates with my soul. So, say, I used to be in that gossip frequency, you know. If you're hanging around a bunch of people that are gossiping, whether it's family members or not, and you are not using your free will, choice, and discernment, you will attune to that frequency just like the radio. It happens. And until you are aware enough, doing that internal work, and are okay with looking crazy to the external beings who are actually crazy by following and doing everything that they've been programmed to do without another thought, then that's the frequency that you uphold. So if you're always around somebody that's gossiping, you're gossiping. If you're always talking about haters this, haters that, you're hating yourself. If I judge you, I am judging me. One of the beings tapped in with how I speak to myself goes to my subconscious. How I speak to external things is still me talking to my subconscious, because I create my own reality, expert in design now. But Jesus was another one of those beings that tapped in and gave me that, the first inkling of me doing this message, which I already know it's really for me. There's a few beings here on this frequency, and these gnats are just in my face saying, hi, baby, I don't want to talk to you. It's like, I know, but I love you. I need you to get out of here. In case you're wondering, I am a psychic. I am a channeler. I am a medium. I do have telepathy. I'm a witch. And I have so many other different titles. I am actually autistic. But instead of using all these things to keep me in a box, I'm not square. So I broke out that shit when I hit season 30. And I get free will, choice, and discernment, and I will stay out of it. And it takes constant practice, and I'm okay with constant practicing. But I get to stand here in my authenticity, in complete love, standing again, one foot in my darkness, one foot in my light, completely balanced in my divine feminine masculine energies, just showing other beings what they're capable of. Because we are capable of more than our minds can imagine. Because I am not my mind. I am an infinite, supreme soul. Once my soul leaves this vessel is nothing. It's still something. It's still a vessel. But I'm not here in the vessel. And my mind will no longer have thoughts when my soul has vacated this premises, type thing. So just being able to do the internal work. One of the beings spoke on these, of course, words. Let me see. I'm at 8:26. And how, everybody, I get it's normal. For me, normal is distortion, and I always say it because what the fuck is normal? But beings will be like, oh, good morning. Good sorrow and grief. While we do get to grieve at things in this experience, I don't have shit to mourn about. I woke up. I gratefully got birthed into a new experience where I get to create my own reality. And I'll be damned if I'm going to start my vibration out with mourning. I got birthed into a new situation. I am grateful. I have gratitude. I am grateful that you were birthed into a new yay with me also. So I get a choice in how I speak. I've always known how to articulate my words. If I tell some being where the vessel was originally born, they'll be like, well, you don't sound like you're, well, what is where I'm supposed to sound like and be from? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? But I completely get it because I've been in that frequency before. But are we ending with that? Divine Source Consciousness, was this a channeled message that I needed to give? Is the Akashic Records also here with me? Divine Mother, my divine masculine energy, period. My highest consciousness is always here with me. And I'm aligned with my highest consciousness, which is freaking magical. And it just took practice, and it started with gratitude. Anyway, wholeness, joyous, loving, and balanced vibrations, infinite souls.